They're having a private conversation, because this is the best place to do that. That's right. Not they know the private thing between us. I guess we should go. Ladies and gentlemen, Misha Collins, everybody. Oh, you gotta stay. The last one, you sounded like you were falling off a cliff. Behave yourselves. Thank you for asking that question. How am I doing? I'm okay. I've been exposed to a lot of social media stuff this weekend, and I don't know if I'm young enough to handle it. So there's some weird. So those of you who are under, say, 28, shame on you. And your weird fucking internet stuff. Do you realize that there are armies of young people who sit at these tiny little IKEA desks in their bedrooms in their parents' homes and just stream totally inane video of themselves all day long? And they're worse still than what I've told you just now, is that there are thousands of people watching them. How is this happening? Can we all right now solemnly swear never to go on the internet again? Can we do that? I think we have consensus. It is a strange and insidious force, I gotta tell you. Well, it's lovely to be here in Phoenix. How many of you are Phoenixians? And a lot of you are from elsewhere. Which one of you is from the furthest away? Germany, South Africa? Is that really true, or are you just saying that to win a contest? I see, you're pointing to your back. See? I have that telltale South African back. Australia? Yeah. Were you here? Are you here just for the convention? Okay, that's weird. Wasn't expecting that answer. I met in Vancouver a few years ago a pair of twins who I believe were late 40s, early 50s, who had never been out of South Africa before and had come to Vancouver for the convention for their first trip outside of the country. Put that on your back. Well, okay. Are you aware that there was a convention in Sydney and Melbourne last weekend? Probably shouldn't be telling you that. It's a lovely country. Your country is lovely. They did not have Loud and Swain there. I know, it was so nice. Oh, I didn't say that. Delete that portion of your live stream, everyone. I love Loud and Swain and Rob Benedict. Isn't he an amazing God? Isn't Rob Benedict what you always, when in church, kneeling at your pew, imagine God would look like? Doesn't he have that same weighty, wise, distinguished quality that you always expected? He's also bearded. kind of like typical depictions of God. Anyway. Okay. What is your name, young woman, in the front row? What's your name? You don't want to talk about it? Tiara. How old are you, Tiara? 6. I couldn't help but notice earlier today in the photo op that you have recently lost your front teeth. Is that true? Did you have any kind of encounter with a tooth-stealing fairy of any kind? Did you? Tooth fairy? Did the tooth fairy come for your teeth? What did you get? I'm just kind of curious what the going rate is these days. $5? Wow! So teeth really go for a premium these days, huh? Either that or the tooth fairy is loaded. Have you spent your $5 yet? No? You have plans to? Are you saving it for college? No? Do you want me to leave you alone? Wait, did you answer it? I'm not leaving you alone. The mom said that Kiara liked me. Is that true? Now I'm just fishing for compliments. Right in your face. That is not cool. That's a very cool kazoo that you have there. That's a loud swing kazoo. All right, it was very nice talking to you. I'm glad that the tooth fairy treated you so well. You know, I think I only got like 5 cents for my teeth. So that must mean that you have really nice teeth. If you got $5. Good for you. Either that or your parents have something on the tooth fairy. Which is also possible. All right. Okay. Do you have a question over there? What is it?
Well, I first got to see you in Seattle at the convention up there.
Lovely to see you again. How have you been?
I've been fabulous.
You've gotten some sun.
I really use a hug.
You could use a hug? Sir, give that woman a hug right now. So, what is your question? What do you want to talk about?
I was wondering if you're going to sell Girl Scout cookies this time.
Wait, what?
I was wondering if you're going to sell Girl Scout cookies this time in your panel. Like
Girl Scout cookies in my panel. Am I going to sell them?
Like you did in Seattle.
No, I'm not, because Girl Scout cookies cannot be acquired this time of year, right?
That is correct.
You have them? Are you hoarding Girl Scout cookies? Are they counterfeit Girl Scout cookies? Oh, you're a troop manager. Yeah, i.e. child exploitation expert. Shame on you. I like the idea of Girl Scout troop managers being shamed for taking such advantage of children to sell cookies. Speaking of children, this got passed on to me, so I don't know who it came from, but a young woman, who was responsible for this? I won't even... Her. I'm not sure who's getting pointed at, but her. Thank you. Gave me pizza money? Hold on, I have to read this letter. That person gave me pizza money? Multiple people are claiming to have given me. This is not the handwriting of somebody who's like in their 30s. Katie? Honeycutt? Is that a real name? Oh, it really is you in the front row. Hi, Katie Honeycutt. How old are you? Not 30s, okay. Okay, pizza money, this is fantastic. Thank you. Pizza's really expensive, huh? 25 bucks for pizza? Shit, okay. Okay. Hold on, we'll order some pizza. Does anybody, could somebody Google somebody in the front row? Thanks. Just help find a nice pizza place nearby. She recommended it in her letter, Domino's, but I don't know if there's Papa John's people recommended it. Tell them we'll pay cash. Oh, you're already on the horn with them? Okay. Okay, do you have a question while we're on hold?
Hi. In all of your travels, where's your favorite place that you've ever been? And why?
Wait, hold on. I've forgotten the password for my online pizza account. Maybe that's the wrong number, I'm not sure. Okay, go ahead.
In all of your travels, where's your favorite place that you've been and why?
Where's the worst place I've been?
Your favorite place.
Oh, where's my favorite place that I've been and why? That's a fantastic question. I just told the story about the worst place. I think it was last weekend at a convention. I told the story about the worst in Australia. It wasn't. The answer wasn't Australia. Just to be clear. At one point, I did go on a tirade at an American panel against the people of Australia because I just thought it was funny. It was a funny little riff, I thought. It was funny to us Americans, but Australia took great offense at it to the extent that the convention managers in Australia called me and asked me to apologize to Australia. There's a human, you think? Hello?
Yes,
Hi. Am I on hold? Okay. I would like to order a pizza, please. My phone's breaking up? I know, this is a shitty phone. Sorry, I've been meaning to get it fixed. Let's do, how about delivery?
Can I have your address?
Yeah, the Renaissance Glendale Hotel in the big room. The ballroom. To the stage in the ballroom, please. And we would like a,
Pepperoni! Hawaiian!
well, what did you like? How about a Hawaiian pizza? And did you make like extra large pizzas? Or? Are you there?
Can I please have your first name?
My first name? Jeremy. Okay. Yeah, whatever the biggest pizza you have. In fact, maybe we'll take a couple of your biggest pizzas.
An extra large?
2 extra larges? That I've ever pulled. I'm going to rewrite your question. I pulled a prank on I lost a bet to Jared because he's a monster, and it was the biggest bet that I have ever in my life lost by probably a factor of 10. Like, I'm not a gambling man. And somehow I thought, like when I went into this bet, I thought, worst case scenario, I might lose $80 or something. And it ended up being, like, I don't know what it was. It was something, it was well over $1,000. Like the way we structured our deal was not favorable to the loser, especially if the loser lost by as much as I did. And I lost by a lot, it sucked. And so anyway, I paid him back, but in pennies and nickels and dimes, which took me like 2 weeks to acquire. And like no bank had enough in store for me, but I dumped it all in his trailer, and that was really satisfying. Because his victory actually ended up causing him more trouble than it was worth. But another prank that I pulled some good pranks outside of the cast of Supernatural. One time, I got really sick when I was traveling abroad back in 1995, and I had to come home. It was kind of like, I don't think I'm gonna make it. I have to come home and seek medical attention. And I actually ended up being sick for like 6 months, and it was really like, I was down for the count. But I didn't want to waste the opportunity, so I called my mom from a phone booth in Paris, and I was like, Mom, the most amazing thing happened on the trip. She's like, what's going on? I was like, I just met up with photographers at National Geographic, and we went out and had some drinks, and we just hit it off. They've taught me how to scuba dive in the swimming pool here, and now we're going to find a lost wreck of a Grecian shipping fleet off the Isle of Lesbos. And so anyway, I'm gonna be kind of out of touch for a while because I'm gonna be deep diving and these shipwrecks off the Isle of Lesbos. And she was like, oh man, that's so amazing, so amazing. Meanwhile, I was just about to board a plane and come home. And so I got home and I called my best friend. My best friend came to pick me up, and we drove back to my mom's house. And along the way, we stopped at another payphone, and he called and said, hey, can I borrow some stuff? He was a teacher at the time. Can I borrow some juggling stuff? Because my brother had juggling stuff. We're gonna do some juggling stuff in my school. And she said, yeah, sure, come by. So we went by, and he started chatting with her. And then he went into the kitchen where he met me. He changed clothes. So I put on all of his clothes. And then he had this like dorky like voice that he did, like he's kind of talk like this sometimes as a joke. And so I started talking like that. My mom saw me from a distance across the living room talking like that, and then she walked into the kitchen, she saw my friend, and her brain just broke. Because she just thought, how are there two Dariuses in my house? Like, the notion that I could be one of those two people was impossible to process because she knew full well I was underwater off the Isle of Lesbos. And the look on her face, like she did, you've heard of the double take? She did it 10 times. She just couldn't process. There was actually a moment when she was looking back and forth that I thought it might kill her. You saw this look of utter pain and confusion going on in her brain. Another time on April Fools, I got up early and I just took everything of any value out of the house and put it in the garage, and then tipped all the furniture over, and then went up just so full of joy in my heart to wait for my mom to wake up. We've been wrong! It was so satisfying. Anyway, I mean, honestly, in all fairness, my childhood was very difficult on my mother. There was a lot of that kind of stuff. Hi.
Hello. So, you've actually been a big inspiration to me, but not in the usual way. You've been a big inspiration to me in terms of getting my act together fitness-wise. Yeah, whenever I see
That's
pictures...
ironic.
I mean, sometimes you'll post pictures of yourselves running, and
yeah.
Honestly,
that's like me getting up off the couch and being like,
yeah.
All right.
I've lost 15 pounds since the beginning of this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome.
I only got about 100 more to go. So, but I just wanted to know what kind of tips and inspiration do you have for somebody like me who's just starting to get into getting themselves fit. Take your time, take your time.
This
You're all
is
right.
really ironic that you're saying this, because I was just earlier this afternoon thinking, oh my God, I'm so out of shape. I had got to get my shit together. And then Gary, who runs creation here, Gary and Adam do, and both of those guys were like, got really in shape, and I was thinking, I gotta talk to them and figure out how they get in such good shape, because I've let myself go. But anyway, my fitness tip would be to talk to Gary and Adam. And in the 7 years I've been doing these shows, they've gotten in very good shape, so they're doing something right. But also, this I can say, Cheetos seem to work great. So, pack the Cheetos in for sure. Yep. And there's pizza coming, so we are good. We're definitely good.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi. We got this. You're excited about the pizza, aren't you?
We know you've done a lot of charity work through random acts and gift wishes and all the amazing other stuff that you do. Is there any other type of charity work that you would like to do if you get the opportunity?
That's a good question. Yes. There was this guy when I was a paper boy, like I was 9 or 10 or something like that, and I was delivering papers, and one of the houses that I delivered to was the home of Mr. Higas, who was this guy who ran the radio station in my hometown when I was a kid. And he was retired, and I met him delivering papers to his home. And he kind of was curious and inquired. Me and my brother showed up one day to collect money because he had been late paying, and I did not tolerate that kind of stuff. And he started asking us questions, and he found out that we were living with a single mom, and he kind of took us under his wing. And he became a sort of surrogate father figure, grandfather figure to us, and he opened up his garage shop. Turns out that back 40 years prior, he had run this sort of like, almost like a Boy Scouts kind of thing, but it wasn't Boy Scouts, out of his garage, where he would like teach the kids how to use electric motors and things like that. And he had stopped doing it because it had been too much work and he was too busy, but he started it up again for me and my brother. And so we would love going over to Mr. Higas' shop and learning about circuits and you know, Chinese characters and stuff like that. And he would take us out to eat at like the nicest restaurants in town, which were like Denny's. Which for us was like, we never had that kind of treatment. It was really, you know, luxurious for us. And I think about that a lot. I would like to do that for some kids. I think that would be awesome to do. But I don't make enough time at this point in my life. I think it might be nice for my kids to be just a tiny bit older, because it's like, I should probably, I'd love to get to know them. They seem like good people. So, yeah. Hi.
Hi. My best friend Ashley would
Yo,
like,
Ashley. Yo, dog.
would like to know, heaven forbid, if something happened to the Pimpmobile, what Cass would drive.
If something happened to the Pimpmobile, what would Cass drive? Are you the woman I was talking to earlier? About the Pimpmobile?
No, that's my car.
That's you. If something happened to the Pimpmobile, I would just find this woman who has just recently acquired an exact replica of the Pimpmobile, and I would use it. How did you find your Pimpmobile? The internet. So the internet is not all evil, in spite of what I said earlier. And you think there are not a lot of them around on the internet?
Well, there's only 5,000 Diamond Jubilee editions made at all.
Wow.
And half of them are gold.
So there's only 2,500 of those Diamond Jubilee, is that what the Pitmobile is called? The proper nomenclature is Diamond Jubilee. Just FYI, it makes you sound kind of ignorant when you don't use that language. There cannot be many left. That's amazing, good for you. In Maine, it was pretty rusted out, wasn't it?
Oh, there's still plastic on the back, so seatbelts and everything.
Wow, that means somebody super, super anal bought that car. That's a really weird thing to imagine. Well, anyway, I'd hook up with her. At some point, when it was like questionable as to what Cass's car was going to be, or maybe there was a point in which I thought, oh, this is a great opportunity. They should put him in like a smart car or something, like some tiny, shitty little three-wheeled, rickshaw. Like the boys like roll up in the Impala, like, and then like Cass. Let's go get him, boys. That would be kind of great. With the Pitmobile that we use on the show, by the way, has been a boon to the guy who rents that. It's a rental. We rented from this guy who happened to have that Pitmobile. And he rented it to us thinking like, oh, we thought, I think, we'll only use it once, so we'll pay him well, it's a nice car. And now I think he may be retired off of just renting the Pitmobile to us. And the Pitmobile has these hydraulics on it, which I don't, as character choice as Cassiel, I don't often, show off the hydraulics on the Pitmobile. But the thing like has that jacked up suspension and can do the bouncing thing, like the low rider bouncing thing. And Jared and I were sitting in the Pitmobile one day, and you know how Jared can be. The car was just like bouncing all over the place, and the picture car person, so there's a person whose whole job is just to like make sure that Jared doesn't do stuff like that on it. And he came running in, like, no, almost threw himself on the car, like, don't do this. And anyway, that little like just fucking around with the car cost the production like $10,000 to replace the suspension. So, there. Hi.
Hello, Misha.
Hello.
I'm wondering, since you joined the show Supernatural, did you ever imagine yourself being such an inspiration to people all across the world?
Oh yeah. I don't feel comfortable right now, and I don't know how to answer that question. I will say thank you. That is a very kind thing to say, and don't know what you're talking about. And thank you very much. Hi.